having your children, now going into a new business with your husband. How do you do it? How do you hold it all together?
God.
Mm-hmm.
That's just summarizes to one word, God. When I'm afraid, I have a verse that is one of my favorites, and it's 2 Timothy 1:7. For I did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And that is the most profound thing I think any mom or man or anybody could say to themselves.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Rendezvous with Alysia. Today's show is going to be incredible. I was super excited to have my colleague, not only my colleague at Innovate Real Estate, but also I was really excited to have Bruna Pabon on the show. Bruna is a woman. She was just featured on Women of Power. She drove down with her family to Miami to be featured on television. She is the CEO of Super Cleaners, which is one of the hugest residential and commercial cleaning companies in the whole coastal Carolina area. You can't miss her. You see her cars. They're all wrapped, driving around. One day, I was doing a final walkthrough, and there were super cleaners cleaning the house for my clients at the house. The builder had set that up. But I don't even know where to start. Bruna walked in the studio, and I said, where the heck are we going to start with this conversation? There's so much about you. So let me just introduce Bruna Pabon. Welcome.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Alysia, for inviting me into the show. And my first time meeting Alysia, I have to say, because it was so memorable. We were in class in real estate, and she walked in and she was giving a class on, social media and everything. And I was like, oh my God, that's my muse right there. That's what I want to be like. I was like, she's so inspiring with the hair and the makeup and the dress. And I was like, so confident in you. I love that. And that's what I try to share to people, too. Confidence in what we do and who we are.
Yeah, then you are exploding with confidence. Now, I want to talk about your trip down to Miami, but I think your trip down to Miami to be on primetime television for Women of Powers, everybody was watching you with your stories, and you told the whole story. But now we're all waiting for the final episode for the episode to be edited and to come out. Tell us about that. How the heck you came to Myrtle Beach, you opened up this cleaning business. It's one of the largest in all of coastal Carolina, and then you're on primetime television from all your hard work, dedication, and faith. Let's start there.
Like I would say, all faith. Like that is literally what I told in the episode. It's all faith, hard work always, but faith 100%. I think there are many times that I didn't think we were going to make it through, and then here we are. Every day we think we don't make it through, somehow we make it another day, right?
Yeah.
I moved to Brazil, from Brazil to here when I was 15. And I moved to Connecticut at this time, New York, close to New York, Connecticut. I was doing modeling.
Oh,
I was
wow.
a model in Brazil. And I dreamed to come to America a long time. I fell in love with Bon Jovi when I was like 13 years old.
Living on a prayer.
Yes, 100%. That's how I learned English. I mean, I love his music and all 80s rock. I'm a big 80s rock girl.
Yeah.
So then moved to Myrtle Beach at 17.
Okay.
Yes, I left
so
my
Connecticut
parents'
at
house.
15, Myrtle Beach at 17.
Yes.
Why Myrtle Beach? Why'd you go from northeast down to
I hate the cold.
Okay.
I'm from Brazil.
With you.
We like the heat. We like the beach. We like the warm weather, So then Myrtle Beach at 17, I moved out of my parents' house. And then, that was crazy. We got here. I moved with my pastor and his wife at the time. And got married very young at 18. I had both my kids by 23. I had 2 kids.
Wow.
And got divorced at 25.
Okay.
Through all that, we were working through construction, cleaning, and of course, I was raising 2 kids. So me and my ex-husband at the time were partners and kind of learned a lot of business at that time.
Yeah.
And learned what not to do as well. That's why he's an ex. And so got divorced around 25. I'm trying to kind of cut through around 25, 26. And then I reopened Super Cleaners. And then I'm like, all right, I'm going to make it what I've always dreamed of making.
Now, were you partners with him with Super Cleaners or no? That's something you opened on your own?
No, that was mine. And it was to be called Home Clean Home.
Yeah.
And he did the construction, so that's kind of how it worked out.
Okay.
I sold it to stay home with the kids at 21.
Yes.
So I had the business for 3 years, sold it, stay home, raise the girls. And And then after the divorce, I decided, okay, I'm going to reopen, and this time I want to do it my way.
Yeah.
And here we are. It's been one amazing thing after the other. We specialize in post-construction.
Okay.
That's what we specialize in, but we do provide residential,
Yes.
move out, move in. The only thing we don't do is short-term rental.
Okay.
Because Myrtle Beach is full of it.
I know.
So they don't need any more. So
Yeah.
I try to stay in other areas. I work with a lot of women,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of moms, sometimes single families. That's why I try to hire, give them the opportunity, provide cars and everything. And so I love working with my moms. I love having their daughters and their families, and everybody kind of work together, and it's a big family. That's
is.
really what we
It is.
develop, like, of women. I've intentionally did that. I wanted to hire women. I wanted to give them a chance. And actually, I have a big surprise that I didn't know we were gonna share, but I decided to share. We are looking to launch an app in the next year that will be able to do just that, to be able to give women, single mom, and everyone who's looking for a chance to start again from anywhere they want to do
You
it.
heard it here first, guys. There's
Yes.
going to be an app. You heard it on the Rendezvous with Alysia first. All right, do tell more.
Yeah.
What inspired that?
I don't want to share too much, but that is literally the goal. The app is meant to where you can go and apply, and then you'll be able to run a background check and everything, and then you can learn how to do the cleaning. There'll be videos.
Okay.
And they'll be able to create profile ratings, and they'll be able to be hired by anyone at any time. So
Get
they don't have
out
to
of
be in a
here.
business. They can work for themselves.
Do you guys hear this? This is
Yeah.
a woman of power empowering other women. This is, here I go with my hands together. I'm so New York. I'm always
I
talking
know,
with
I'm
my
like
hands.
holding my hands.
I'm like, "Oh, stop." But yeah, I'm in love with Bruna. Oh my God.
Yeah.
So, wow. I mean, wow. All right. So we're going to fast forward, and then we're going to come back to super cleaners. But I'm guaranteeing, if you are in the Myrtle Beach area, you are going to see one of her trucks drive by. Whether you're on 17, you're down by the ocean, you're in Carolina Forest or in Conway, you are going to see her cars drive by. And when you see super cleaners, I want you to honk. I want everyone to know you're thinking about Bruna, because I think of you all the time. Like that, I'm telling you that one time I walked in, I'm like, oh my God, Bruna. So what is it like owning your own business and like having the responsibility of other people? When you hear that, if you hear that man's voice in the background, that's her husband, Ricky Pabon. We're going to bring him on at the end of the show. They are incredible. They also, not only does she have this business, they are realtors with me at Innovate Real Estate, and Ricky has a pretty good story too that we're going to talk about. I want to know the love story about how you guys met, but we'll save that for when Ricky gets on.
Perfect.
Okay. So what is it like being this powerhouse woman and having your children, now going into a new business with your husband? But we'll get to that later. But how do you do it? How do you hold it all together?
God.
Mm-hmm.
That's just summarizes to one word, God.
Yeah.
I don't.
Can we
really
talk about
don't.
God? Can we talk about Jesus?
Yeah,
Let's talk about your
love
faith.
to. Yeah, I love to. It really is God. I don't. Most of the time where I'm having a hard day, I shut myself off in a room or in my porch now, because we just moved into a new house and this has my dream porch. So I just lock myself out there and I talk to God.
Yeah.
I literally look up at the sky, and sometimes I'm crying. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how to handle this teenage moment right now. Or sometimes, financiers or business or workers going through something with their kids. I absorb everybody's pain
Yes.
very strongly. So I have to care for myself how much people I surround, because if I'm constantly seeing clients, I have had many times where I would cry with my clients and cry with my workers and go
Yes.
home and cry with my kids. So it's not like just business. It's really become part of me.
Yeah.
Like emotionally too, like my family, so I constantly go to God with it when I'm scared, when I'm afraid. I have a verse that is one of my favorites, and it's 2 Timothy 1:7, and it gives me the goosebumps. And it says, for I did not give you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. And that is the most profound thing I think any mom or man or anybody could say to themselves when I'm scared, because we are only human, right? My limitations are many. And when I'm afraid and I don't know what to do, that's literally where I go to.
Yeah.
And I said, God, you did not give me fear. You gave me power. You gave me love.
You're choking me up a little bit here because you're speaking truth, you know?
And sound mind, self-control. I don't have to freak out. Even if my emotions are freaking out, I can rely on him that I'll be okay, you know? And I say that to my husband. I don't know how to explain that. I think it's my childhood in my life.
Yeah.
That I've had many times, like hiding under the bed, scared. I was very abused as a child, physically, emotionally, and sexually. So many times I'm hiding under the bed, terrified. I'm like, God, you got me. So now when I'm scared, it feels like bread and butter, you know?
Yeah.
But I still feel it. So I have to speak to my emotions like David did. And sometimes I would say, it is well with my soul and everything will be okay, regardless of how I feel, because I know who's in control. And it's not me. If it's me, it's not going to be okay.
Yeah.
But if it's him, it's always okay.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, I want to, when you brought that song up, it reminded me of you went viral on social media with the video you made. There was a murder, right? Mm-hmm. Or something. Can we, I'm getting choked up now too.
Am I crying? This is
This was your best friend. This was somebody this was your soulmate in another woman that was killed. And you went viral pretty much. I think that was the first time that I saw you on social media, was in that video that you made.
Yeah, and it's crazy because our intention was never to go viral. My intention with that video was to reach the heart of 600 members of the church that I belong to, that I serve next to, and I know how much they were hurting. That was my goal, to reach their heart. And everybody else was watching this story unfold. So I was part of this church in Myrtle Beach. I was a pastor there, worked with the homeless. In Myrtle Beach. So the community here was a main focus. And my pastor's wife had passed away tragically with a gunshot wound to the head. She was a domestic violence victim, and she had left her abuser. God had told us to leave about a year and a half prior to that, which was, again, completely not understanding why God would we leave.
Right.
We didn't even know about the abuse at the time. And then things started to unfold and it made sense. So trust, guys, no matter how crazy it sounds, this is my nugget. Trust. When God said leave, I'm supposed to leave my church family, my best friend, my ministry. I was heartbroken, but I trusted, right? So then when we did, and then about a year and a half later, when she left her abuser, she said to me, I wouldn't trust anyone else because you're part of the church, but you weren't. So if I hadn't taken that step, she would have not come to me when she did. And she did. She stayed in my house and a couple other friends, 4 or 5 friends. We share her in love, and we're able to guide her and love her through it. But still getting through it is still very difficult. I think my biggest battle is anger, because I wear my heart on my sleeve. Love is my main go-to.
Yeah.
So for a long time, all I could feel was anger, and that was new to me. And to my husband too. You know, he's like, I need you back, and I need, you know, how do you not become angry, you know? And so trust in God. Trust all the time. It's still very heartbreaking. I think about it often. It's been a year and a half. It's been the hardest year out of everything I've been through. Yeah. It's hard not to be angry at men. You know, when you see them acting stupid on the internet or anywhere, you just want to go off, you know. It's hard. It's hard to even have grace for your spouse. Yes. Yeah. For your kids, because anything that they do, you're like, wait, is this me now? You're in that completely. When it's so close to home, you're in it. So I speak for domestic violence women, for domestic violent children who are in the home. You know, I understand the fear. I really do. But you were not given a spirit of fear. And I pray that God will give you the courage and the right people to seek out the help when you need it, because there is good people that will help you. Yeah, will help you.
It's true. And you are so,
you don't have to say.
You are so wonderful in the things that you do. Just seeing your aura on social media is just like, wow, this is a good soul. This is a truthful, faithful soul. Like, I love watching you guys on.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I wish we stay a little bit more committed. I think between the kids, like, the first thing I drop is social media.
Yeah.
You know, like, my priority is always my girls, and then I go downhill from there.
Yeah.
I wish I was a bit more committed to keeping up with posting things and letting people know, you know, but that's my heart, you know. It was a big wave in Myrtle Beach when it happened.
Oh, yeah. Do you want to say her name, or are you going to?
Yeah, her name is Micah Miller. And I'm sure you guys know Solid Rock, Pastor J.P. Miller. He's still under investigation. And
Was he arrested? Do you know, or anything? Or
I cannot speak about it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's all
No,
under
that's okay.
investigation.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
you know, so we can't talk too much about it.
Yeah.
But my heart to you is this: if you are there hurting, if you knew her, if you knew us, of course, reach out. We're here. And if you are a domestic violence victim, if you are being abused emotionally, physically, sexually, you know, I want you to reach out. This is your sign to reach out. This is God telling you there's people, and you know who to go to, and you know who to trust. Go to them, and I'm sure God will bring the right way out. Or call me. Call Alysia. Call us.
What's
we'll
the number?
call you. We'll help you.
Email. Give your email. Give your number.
My email is brunasimas92@outlook.com. I can connect you with the right people in the community to help. There's women's shelter. There's children's shelter in the area. I really, especially in the holidays, you know, in Brazil, we have this saying, I'd rather be alone than be in the bad company, you know, and remember that it's better to be alone than be in the bad company.
Yeah, it's so true. So true.
You know?
Well, this has been such a great story that you told, and again, we'll put her phone number, we'll put her email on the bottom of the screen. But I want to get into the woman of before we bring Ricky on. Ricky's over there. I can hear him, and I know you're gonna hear him too. I can't wait to bring Ricky on. Got to hear about this love story that you guys got into. But
he's the reason of all this joy, guys.
I know.
Yeah.
But let's talk your trip. We all followed you driving down with the kids to Miami, and you were you're going to be on primetime television on the Woman of Power show. Amazing. Amazing work. Tell us about that.
Unreal. As I was driving there the whole time, I kept thinking, I just need to pinch myself. Is this really, like, you know, is this really happening? And we did a whole trip out of it. It was during the summer, so we made a whole vacation out of it. But the kids were so great. They sat there and they were, Mom, oh my God, they're so excited, you know, their little eyes. I still can't believe it. I cannot believe when I heard, and I received a prophecy when I was 11 years old at a church. I don't know if you guys believe that, but in Brazil. And he said, you are going to travel the world and you're going to be preaching in many, many languages and you will be helping many people. And at the time, I took that to my heart and I was like, oh, okay, you know, I love it. At the time, at 11, I used to do that anyway. So with the kids in my area, in my town, so driving down to Women in Power, I could go back to that childhood memory. And it's like my inner child's driving to that event. And even though I'm 33, I felt like my 11-year-old, like, oh my God, this is so exciting, you know? I give all honor and glory to God, first off, to be able to do this. You know, I think I could have really become bitter and angry and hated on the world, but I'm glad I got to choose happiness. We can choose. We can choose what we do with our life. So, and God does the rest. So seeing that come to pass full term without me having to, I like to say physically do nothing because I really didn't do anything, you know, and then just see the whole thing come to pass is pretty incredible.
Yeah. And is it coming out in the spring or?
I think it will be next year.
So 2026 or 27?
26.
26. All right, guys. So we're going to wait to see Bruna Pabon on the Women in Power in 2026. Sometime, I guess, by the summer, right? I guess by the summer.
So. Yeah. And it goes in my full story of how the business was formed and how God really helped me through it in the Bible, build the business models that I have today. I never took a business class, so it's kind of interesting, that perspective too. I'm constantly trying to work together a book to teach young teenagers to do that too, because a lot of them want to be entrepreneurs and don't know where to start. And that's also another area I have passion to to help
Yeah.
people develop, I truly believe if you can dream it, you can reach it.
Yeah.
If you can dream it, you can reach it.
I think you are correct. I believe in that too. All right, guys, the moment that we've been waiting for. I met Bruna not alone, but with Ricky, her husband. We are realtors together at Innovate Real Estate in Myrtle Beach. But Bruna has such an incredible story that I wanted to just have her on for the first 15 minutes because she's just so beautiful, talented, and incredible, and has such a story that I really wanted the world to know. It's funny because when I first spoke to Bruna over the weekend, I said, I really want to get you on the podcast. We worked out, today to film. And it was like, what are we going to talk about? Like, there's so many aspects to Bruna. And it's so hard to not make this like a 3-hour show. But I wanted to bring Ricky on. And Ricky, welcome to the show.
Yes, hi. Thank you, Alyssa. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Now, all right. Inquiring minds want to know, how the heck did you two meet?
Well, that's a story in itself for sure.
Do tell.
I can kind of bring it back to COVID.
Okay.
Because that's when everything kind of started. I was living in Wisconsin, and I would do Broadway musical stuff. I was in theater production and...
did you sing or dance?
No,
or?
I did more of the tech work in production.
Okay.
So I did like a lot of the lighting, sounds,
Okay.
Stage production, set building,
amazing.
all that stuff. So that's kind of where my career was, and I kind of never thought I'd be out of work because it was so constant,
Yes, yeah.
And then COVID hit, and right just before it hit, I had a job offer in Minneapolis. So I thought I was moving to Minneapolis. COVID hit, and I had to wait off for a little while. They said 3 weeks will reopen.
Oh, yeah, that's what they told everybody.
Yeah, 3 weeks. And so I waited, and I waited, and I waited, and
And God said, wait a little longer.
just a little bit longer, and I said, okay, I need to go and find where I need to be. I felt like God was pulling me to like, you just need to leave and explore, see where you can find, where do you belong. So I did a 2-month road trip, pretty much. I went from New Orleans.
By yourself?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I went from New Orleans to Tallahassee, Cocoa Beach, Birmingham, Nashville, and Myrtle Beach was my last stop.
Okay. So the
And
final destination
was Myrtle Beach, yes. And I went to all of those places, and they're all really great, but I still didn't feel like I found what I was looking for.
Yeah.
And then literally here in Myrtle Beach, my first night in Myrtle Beach, I ended up meeting some friends that are still friends of mine today. And I actually ended up working with them in shows and concerts, and they helped me start my production company down here.
Okay.
When I moved here during COVID. So I was I felt really blessed with that the first day God's like, yep, this is it. Here are the right people. And then that friend hooked me up with my roommate that I ended up moving in with, who was the bass player at a church that he was like, hey,
That I was part of.
that she was at.
And
he
I'm
was
in
like,
church.
Hey, you run sound, we need help at our church. Come on by. So I literally just showed up. It was like the week after I moved here. I just showed up on a Sunday, just checked it out and was willing to help.
So Ricky was working sound at the church and running the sound for the church, of course, working with Mike and all the musicians, and I was her best friend. So I started asking some questions and kind of, feeling the ground. And he too, he always walk around so the church was pretty big, and he walk around the whole building with his little tablet because he's running the sound.
Make sure
And he'll
sounds good
stop
everywhere.
next to me and bump his shoulder. Oh my, I'm not kidding you. Bump his shoulder. I'm like praying. I'm like praising Jesus. I got my kids crying, and he will bump his shoulder on mine, and I'm like, "What is this dude doing?"
What?
And my parents are like, "I'm pretty sure he likes you." Always looking at
Just
you.
making sure it sounded good there.
Yeah.
Until one day we walked out of the church and they're having coffee outside, and my sister grabbed my arm. She pushed, I want coffee. And my sister does not drink coffee. She's like 12 at the time.
She's 12, yeah.
And he's at the line, and I see her, and I just gave her that. I'm like, how dare you do this? Because I was talking to her
Your
about
sister
him
knew her
the
family
whole
name.
time. Actually, I check his license plate. I pull up his license plate and I check out his background check before we ever spoke. So for the 3 months, I'm watching his behavior. I'm doing his background check.
Oh
I'm
my
like
God.
a crazy
Well, if you know
stalker.
if you know what she went through, you'd understand.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
that's
I have
true.
two
Yeah.
girls, so I have
do
to be
understand,
safe.
yes.
But I did all the background research and then just watching, So then how did it go from there for you, from your perspective?
Well, from my perspective, I remember the coffee morning, and I remember I complimented your hair.
Yes, you did.
The first thing I said to her.
Are we still in 2020?
2021.
21.
This was
Okay,
the
yeah.
Because he
spring.
moved in January, so this is
Okay.
that first beginning of 21.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was like the fall of 2020 when we
Okay.
took the trip.
Yeah.
And then January is when I moved, and then it wasn't until like March.
Okay.
3 months later is when we finally
Perfect.
talked. And I remember I said that, and then you're like, oh yeah, and then you said something to the barista about, oh yeah, we give coffee to babies
In bottles?
Where I come
We
from.
put coffee in bottles for the
And I
kids
was
in
like-
Brazil.
Oh, wait,
And
yeah,
I'm
from
thinking,
Brazil,
and I'm
yeah.
like, where is she from that they put coffee in baby bottles? Like, and I didn't think she was foreign either, so I was like really confused. Like, where down south do they do this?
People are crazy,
Like, and after that, I was like, I think I want to talk to her soon. I'm gonna put some effort into maybe trying to talk to her. And then that week we ended up messaging each other.
Through Facebook.
Yeah, through Facebook. And
We had a friend in common, and she told him that I thought he was really hot, and then he went and added me on Facebook and kind of went from there.
Yep.
And then the pastor made some jokes that kind of we were sitting next to each, so it was like little hints, nothing straightforward until he added me on Facebook, and then he invited me to one of his
I
shows.
invited her out. We were gonna have a date right after church on Sunday, but I had a show on a Friday night. I was like, hey, if you want, come on out. And she did, and I'm thankful she did, because we had our first dance,
And that was it?
that was it.
That was it. You guys are
We
married in
didn't even
2022?
kiss. We didn't even kiss. It was literally a dance.
Oh.
And our hearts was like, we didn't even say a word. It was like
Yeah.
we knew each other from some other life, or
I
like
love
you know,
these
like when
love stories.
you meet your friend like from a long time that you miss him, and you're like, I miss you. Like I've seen you a long time, and that's how I felt. That's how we both felt.
And
And
I knew I was in trouble. I was like, oh no.
So you got married in 2022.
Yeah.
Yes.
And here we are. You guys just bought your first house or your second house together. You got
It is-
5 cats. Everything is going
Technically,
great.
yeah. This is our second house. that we
It's our
bought
second
together.
house together. At first
Our
that
first
we
one
live
that we
in
lived in
together.
Oh, okay.
moved
But we
together.
bought an investment property together. Our first
Perfect.
year married, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, and then after doing that too, we realized how much we love real estate.
I was ready to get into
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
And we love the process of it, and we realized like, let's do this to try to help like our friends and other people that don't know the process, don't even understand.
Continue
the
to live off
process.
rent,
Yes,
or you know.
and we wanted to help others get in that position to where they can own their own home, and
Yeah.
then kind of build from there. Because like we were only able to buy a house because we had a property that gained equity,
Yes.
and that
we
gave us
used the equity.
funds to actually purchase another property. So
Exactly.
it's like we're trying to teach our friends and other people like how to do this and how to grow wealth for themselves. Because that's something it's truly important.
And you guys have been selling lately. I stalk them on social media because they're amazing, and it's really.
Oh.
Ricky, don't take this the wrong way. It's really Bruna. I'm like, this girl is.
okay.
I love Bruna, and
work
it
the
is the
camera.
red hair just had me at hello. You're
you're
just
so
so
sweet.
beautiful,
Me
even
too.
when you walked in the studio. But Ricky, don't take that the wrong way.
Oh, I won't.
But
I don't blame you.
let's talk about the name of your company. I mean, it's like a phoenix rising,
Yes.
and it's your testimony.
Yeah.
It's where everything about you guys is so perfect.
I'm very intentional. I took a personality test this past week for a project I'm doing, and it said I'm the type of person that constantly search for meaning in everything I do.
Yeah.
So like with the name or with anything, if I want to put a picture on the wall, it has to be a very deep meaning.
Yeah.
And so the name, of course, was after Micah, and we reached really low. We both have reached the lowest. We were both severely depressed.
Extremely.
I was diagnosed with PTSD, and I was panicking and hard time. That was a hard Christmas. Our kids were struggling. My youngest was on medication too. She was hurting herself, and just so much anxiety and so much hurt. And he was working at night, and I was working in the day. So we're like, okay, we need a big change. And we decided we wanted to work together. We wanted to be together.
And we did a week fast, and at the end of it, God told me, He said, talk to your friend that's in real estate. And I was like, okay. So I just,
And every door has been God all the way to now, even
and that,
to
and
you.
that friend that friend actually led us to innovate.
Yes.
Oh, get out of
Yes.
here. Really?
I am that serious, yeah.
Wow.
we did.
Now tell everybody, you guys, I'm like really tearing up here. And I have theater makeup on, so I'm hoping it doesn't run. You'll know about the theater makeup. It's that thick goo and blah, blah.
Yep. I spray a lot so I don't cry.
Yeah. The name of your company, just tell everybody because it speaks volumes.
So we did the 1 week fast, and he talked to our friend, and this was before Christmas. This is December last year.
Yeah.
And we're like, we need a change. We are each other's best friend. We knew that. And we're like, okay, we want to be together. That's the best way that we can heal, support each other through it, and our kids. How can we be present for our kids and for each other? Continue to run these businesses and financially support everything that you need, right? So I my first step was hire an assistant, Gabby. She is my mini me. She's phenomenal. She's 19, strong entrepreneur, intelligent. She is amazing.
And that's for the cleaning business.
For the cleaning
Yeah.
business, she's helping me. And then God told him get into the real estate. So we gave each other the gift for Christmas, the real estate classes.
We bought real estate classes
Yeah,
for
that was
Christmas.
each other's gift for Christmas.
Yeah, we went to
And then
Pinnacle.
January
Oh,
was
yeah.
all class.
Yeah.
Yep, Pinnacle Jennifer, she was amazing.
Oh, yeah, she is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
She is amazing. And then month of class. And then, okay, what is the name? So we started with, what was the name?
3 chords.
3 chords.
Because we wanted to go,
With something biblical or meaningful.
biblical and meaningful. That's what we were thinking, but then
And then what was the team one that I thought was really cheesy? That was a cheesy name, y'all. It was like a dream team.
Yeah,
dream
dream
team.
team,
That was
yeah,
a
of
dream
course.
team.
but
That
it
was
like
really
didn't have the meaning that
cheesy.
we needed, and then the Coastal Phoenix came, and
Yeah.
it was it because it led, it kind of defined what we were.
What
Yeah.
we went
we were
through.
feeling.
Oh my God!
And we
And
fe-
even your logo is like rising from the ashes. It's
Yeah.
like it's beautiful.
Yeah. And that was the intention because we realized like one of our clients that we're helping now, he is 48 and he's buying his first home.
Oh wow!
For his kids, like, and I know them for the past 10 years because our daughters are
Yeah.
friends. And she will come over and dream of having a house and these things, And she doesn't know, but it's a surprise. His parents, they're gonna close before Christmas. So these kids are gonna spend Christmas on their
In their
new
new
home,
house.
y'all.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
I can't. So like Phoenix felt like the right name
Yeah.
because we wanted to give this. We wanted
Yeah.
to help
And-
people who didn't think they could do it.
And it was tough. It was a tough transition because I stopped doing my production work.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped doing my shows at night. I made a decision to pull back so I could be at home more with the family.
Yes.
And help
also
me,
help the
help the
all the
girls.
schooling and classes I had to do to get into real estate
Yeah,
and all the studying and the tests. And it was a struggle. It was a really big struggle. Especially
I think financially was the biggest
Financially was
struggle
tough,
because
and-
he cut his job, and that's what
Yeah.
he saw.
For me,
So financially, we were really tight. Everything
Yes.
like on budget, but we passed all the classes, the tests together, first time. Everything. I was so proud.
That's true. I was really extremely proud of her too because
You guys are so damn cute.
learning a law book of
Real estate in another
language, and she was able to do that.
That was terrifying,
impressed.
Yeah.
I was impressed.
Now, how many
It was-
languages do you speak?
3.
Oh, you speak 3 languages.
Yes,
Wow.
yes.
So Portuguese, Spanish, and of course English.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Sometimes I speak mom too. I'm just like give the look, and they know what I mean.
Yeah. All
You
right,
remember?
let's get down and dirty here. I want the
Yes.
truth and
Yes.
nothing but the truth.
Yeah.
What is it like owning 2 businesses together as husband and wife? Do you guys want to ever punch each other in the face, or is there frustration that builds?
I would
Not
say
because of
that-
the business.
Yeah.
Not because of the business. I think the frustration is more finding the time for everything that needs to be done.
Exactly. Yep, I know.
Not the business,
And
but
the
finding the
balance.
time and balancing. Like, because we need our own alone time, we call it. Because we
Yeah.
both recharge. The kids recharge alone too. But we like quality time. We like time with the kids. And we are gamers. We will sit and game with our kids for hours. 'cause
I
that's
did
what they
not
do.
know that.
we will.
Yeah.
So it's like finding the time to connect with everybody who matters to us, even our pets.
Yeah.
We want
Yeah.
to make the time for them. So
Yeah. Having the balance of everything has been the hardest stuff.
Do you have any advice for other married couples? Like, how do you guys find balance?
we talk a lot.
Communication seems to be a
The
huge
main.
thing with couples.
Yeah.
It's just
And I'm
communication.
talking real. I want to
Yeah,
say
real
something here because I used to think communication was like what we're doing. And it's not. Communication is like when I had PTSD and I was freaking out and I said, I'm so ashamed that people are going to be making fun of me or I'm embarrassed for even struggling with this. And I'm ashamed, and like being able to be real and say that, and trust on your partner to have your back, to not make fun of you, to not diminish you, belittle you, or but encourage you through it. So Alysia talks about a lot of the brightness and light, and of course God is the reason for it all. But I believe a good spouse will make a woman shine brighter.
Oh yeah.
And I know you know that because you shine beautiful too. A good spouse will make a woman shine so much brighter.
It's so true. And it's Chris and I see us in you and you in us. It's like that best friend, that those powerhouse couples. I mean, we need more of them out there.
Yes, you know what I struggle is, and here's the real. I said it to him this weekend. I said, people say marry your best friend, and I said marry your best friend. You know what we do the weekend? We play, we eat, we do everything but things we're supposed to be doing. Laundry, cleaning. We're like this whole marry your best friend. Sometimes there's where we get in trouble because the week come we're like, what did we do? Nothing. And everything still needs to be done. So, balancing definitely. Because we definitely have fun together.
I can tell. Yeah. I can definitely tell. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Rendezvous with Alysia with Ricky and Bruna Pabon. Of course, we had to bring Ricky on at the end because you have to follow them. Guys, what are your links? Your website, your Facebook, your Gmails, your emails, your cell phone number. Put it on the screen right now.
So follow us on Coastal Phoenix Team, Facebook and Instagram, Super Cleaners MB. That's my business Facebook and Instagram as well. You can see us on supercleanersmb.com. You can put a request for an estimate there as well. And you can see client review. You can see all the services we do. We also do eco cleaning, meaning no chemicals for a lot of our new moms out there who I know are trying to go that route. All of that is our website. The real estate phone number is 843-790-RISE. Yep. Which is 7473, and the cleaning is 843-251-6486, and that's for the super cleaners. And then Ricky owns a production company. He does a lot of events in North Carolina, live sounds. He has all equipment, and is Calling of Music Production. Follow his page, guys.
Yeah, it's on Facebook as well, Calling of Music Productions. And
I didn't know about that. I'll have to follow that page.
I like to help out churches and other stuff too. So I know there's a lot of churches here that really that need it, and I love just giving back.
Sometimes festivals too, like we did one in North Carolina, Whiteville, a couple weeks ago, the Pecan Fest. That was fun,
Very nice. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. Again, check out the links that they just said to find out more about Ricky and Bruna Pabon. See you guys next week.
Thank you. Thank you, Alysia.
Thank you, Alysia.
Calling all first responders, healthcare professionals, and military personnel. Are you ready to take the next steps in your home buying or selling journey? My name is Alysia Stern. I'm a licensed realtor in New York, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Florida, and the founder of the Heroes Agents. You have made tremendous sacrifices for all of us, and it is our honor to assist you in your real estate journey. To express our gratitude, we offer hero rebates and customized services tailored to fit your unique needs. Our commitment is to help you find your perfect home or enhance the value of your current property. We are also dedicated to supporting you in securing financial resources and smoothly navigating the mortgage process, guiding you every step of the way. To date, we have proudly given back over $50,000 to heroes like you as a way to say thank you. The Heroes Agents are here to serve you and make the process as easy and stress-free as possible while giving back with no strings attached. Reach out to us today at 833-TOP-HERO. That's 833-TOP-HERO. Or visit theheroesagents.com.